at Allegiant Stadium. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go. Reload.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9.
19 light. Mustang 19. 18 Pioneer. Let's go.
Back to throw. Rosenthal. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 3rd down, Rosenthal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at the 23, and he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Hit. Bring it. Steady.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Bronco switch.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go. Strike.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. You look at this. defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
18 Cardinal, 18 Romney, 18 Hurt, 19 Lions, 19 Cardinal.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Okay,
So
ready?
here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
Chop alert. Ready.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Got it.
Now
Ready?
it's 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hey. Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Ready?
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Crack all 80. Unlock line. Unlock line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Let's go
It's been a
now.
pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
79 Broncos. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rosenthal. That is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Rosenthal trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Roll. Take pass.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Come back, team.
They'll set up to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ready?
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ready up. Go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Ready, set.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Alert! Alert! Hurt! Hurt!
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. Established the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On the ready.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Cowboy 80. Check, check. 3.
They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop them on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Come on, come on. Hit. Cougar 19. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
19 tight. 19 tight. 19 Lions.
Back to throw. Rosenthal. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Here we go. Strike. Viking 18.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready? Ready?
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Okay, ready?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rosenthal under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Rosenthal. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready.
they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of having played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Taken from just outside the 30. A beautiful fake. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Ifitu Melifonwu. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go. Hey, check that. Street. Go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ready.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Hawk 70. 60 Maverick.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
60 back. Warriors 17.
Throwing on first down. Rosenthal. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
70 range.
Operating from the gun, Rosenthal. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On the counter, Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here we go. Shot.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
19 Lions. Mustang 19. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Rosenthal. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
18 Pioneer. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Back to throw. Rosenthal. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
18 rally.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here's another interception. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down and 6 now. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 69 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check smash. Let go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Okay, ready? Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
So now the Texans offense back onto the field. They'll line up and go for two here.
Smash, smash. 19, Tiger, 19. Hurry up.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Come on.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Hurt. 60 Bison.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
we go.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
70 Lions. Go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Texans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A quick toss out right. So since that last gain did not get a first, they'll decline the penalty there and force a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Shoves him aside, and all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rosenthal. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Rosenthal. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rosenthal. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Ready, set.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you?